What's going on, FG fam? How we doing today? I wanted to put a different video. We're taking a little break from the Atlanta Falcons franchise this morning on NFL Sunday. Hope you guys enjoy your NFL Sunday. Before we get to that, I wanted to talk about Madden 22 and their scouting update. Obviously, from the thumbnail and the title, you know this is what we're doing today, taking a little break from the Falcons franchise. There's a reason for that, so stay tuned to the end of the video because you will have a say in what goes on this channel going forward because of what we're going to talk about here today. I will read about this scouting update so that you don't have to. We'll take a look straight from the horse's mouth here, EA Sports and Madden 22, so to speak. So, as we read here in this first paragraph, nothing crazy important. They are talking about the things that they did put into the game at release, which some of it is really cool. I don't think the weekly strategy works as well as it should, but I digress. Obviously, if you're weekly game planning for something the entire time and you're not able to stop it in game, that's going to be kind of annoying. But let's go through to the end of this paragraph to the portion of this that is upsetting all of Madden Twitter and the community, and that is this right here. Scouting will be available to all players as part of a title update coming in mid-October. That's killing a lot of players because they really were under the impression we were getting it in mid-September. Now, one thing is, EA said that they were targeting mid-September. Targeting. That's another phrase for aiming for, not guaranteeing, not definitely coming in. None of that. So, I mean, I know that they gave us an expectation by saying that they were targeting mid-September, but come on, let's be realistic. As players of EA Sports Madden franchise, there were some big game-breaking glitches this year that really needed to be fixed before they could go into really making the scouting as good as we want it to be. It's obviously a big plan of theirs, and they want to make sure it is perfect or that it just goes across better than everything at release. Because this is the first Madden I've ever played that couldn't get scores correctly when you finished games. That is concerning. So they did need to fix those things. There were a lot of next-gen issues, a lot of things that they needed to put some manpower in. So now that that is out of the way, they can move forward to scouting. Well, what is scouting going to give us? They've said these things already. A full scouting department. You're going to have a full scouting department with a bunch of scouts. I believe they said like 5. In-depth scouting reports, including player physicals, traits, and ratings. That's something that, of course, you would expect. News content that will move players up or down the media big board, impacting draft stock. That sounds cool. We'll see. They've had news stories, obviously, before. Are they going to be those same stories? We'll find out. Mock drafts providing a snapshot of who teams are interested in throughout the season. That, to me, is the most exciting thing because we haven't had mock drafts in Madden before. That was really a thing that I've only seen on NFL 2K5, so I'm very excited to see what EA can do with this. As a reminder to take advantage of the new scouting, you need to restart your franchise. Now, that is where we're going to get into that in the future. You have a choice to start or continue your franchise play with Legacy Scouting now, which you can keep after the title update, or restart to unlock the new feature. All right, so you can continue your play with the scouting that they have now, or after the title update, you'll have to restart your franchise. All right, so this is where we're going to go with this. First, let's start with some of the big improvements and changes coming to scouting. Then they're going to take us through a complete season with the Detroit Lions. Okay, so let's see here. I only really care a lot about the dev notes and bullet points, so that's kind of what we're going to go over in this video. If you want to read the full article, it will be linked in the description below. We listened to feedback from multiple groups of players. Many players wanted to be able to set it and forget it, and now you can set your scouts and move forward without penalty if you choose not to interact. All right, so the people that don't really want to do in-depth scouting, they can kind of do these things. Key dates to know from week 1 of the regular season. All right, so week 1 is the time to assign, hire, and fire scouts. You can't really do it after that point. Week number 2, you will assign the region scouts to the individual positions that you will like them to scout. And then week number 8, you'll assign your 1 national scout to a position. So he will scout nationally for whatever position you choose. Then when week 11 comes along, you'll choose 3 players to focus on that you will get to unlock 30% of their profile. That's only 3 players you're going to get 30% of their profile. In free agency stage number 3, you're going to choose 3 players to host for private workouts where you will unlock 40% of that player's profile. All right, sounds cool. Each prospect has key percentage unlocks along the way. So 1% will give you the baseline physical traits for that person. 10% will give you player notes, including traits and throw style. Every 10% from then on, 1 attribute is revealed in the skill tab as a letter grade. 70% of a player, you get their archetype. And then 100% you get all player attributes and true talent range. But there's only going to be so many people you're able to do that with. You were able to do that with like about 20 to 25 people in the old scouting. You can't do it with that many this time. So here we go. They're using the Detroit Lions. They have a pair of first-round picks thanks to the Rams and the Stafford trade. We all know this. Regional map. You'll notice strengths and weaknesses of the draft class is immediately surfaced. Okay, since we're looking to find our next franchise quarterback, it's one of the strengths of the class. We assigned our top scout to the national position. So, here you go. See, strengths of the draft class. In the bottom here, they have corner, defensive tackle, and quarterback. Weaknesses of the draft class is left guard, center, and free safety. So, there's the top prospects on the board. None are actually a quarterback. The area scout that they are assigning, his expertise is in quarterback. He's a tier 3 guy, 10% efficiency boost when scouting quarterback. So they're going to put him nationally so that they can look at all quarterbacks in the nation since it is a strength of the class. So that makes some sense there. Then we move on through here. Even though our 1 scout is great at scouting safeties, there are multiple quality quarterbacks in the Southeast. We tasked him to focus only on the quarterbacks to ensure we get as much info as we can on the class. So yeah, he's a big safety guy. It's Rodney Harrison. I like that they're using former players. That's cool. Tier 2, and he is a safety, a former safety, so he can do those really well. 5% efficiency boost. Top prospects now, you can see a couple quarterbacks starting to surface up, and it's still a big strength of the class, so they're looking in the Southeast region. After an 0-2 start, they go to week 3, and the first mock draft of the year comes up in week 3. Nice, I like that. With our first round picks projected both as top 5, we're projected to grab a left tackle and corner. Well, I see a left tackle and I see a wide receiver. I don't see a corner here, but, you know, that's cool. They're projected apparently the top 2 picks. So that's what they're projecting based on scouting. Let's see. Clearly the draft pundits believe in Jared Goff despite the slow start. First quarterback off the board was Ole Miss signal caller Cade Atkins going to the Eagles at pick 8. All right. Stands at 6'3", 234 with a big arm, a fast, violent motion, and has a high football IQ. Take note that the Steelers and Bucks are a top fit for him, as he would be the successor to 2 extremely successful quarterbacks. So, yeah, this is Cade Atkins. Never seen a window he won't throw into. Beautiful spiral, all his passes. Quick to throw at the slightest pressure. Knows when to throw the ball away. Exclusively plays from the pocket. Fast, violent, over-the-top throwing motion. Interesting. Coming out of Ole Miss, round 1 projection. You don't know the talent yet. It tells you how much percent you've scouted, so 30 in his case, and the rank change has been 0. Tells you where his top fits are. They don't know any ratings just yet, so let's see how this progresses. As the season progresses, USF quarterback Zach Nash has been becoming a household name. Nash, in his final collegiate season, is finally getting a chance to start, and he's running with the opportunity. He's flown up draft boards and positioned himself in many analysts' top 20 players thanks to his stellar dual threat style. So there you go. We heard players wanted the draft board to be more dynamic, similar to real life, with good players rising and lower tier players falling. Thus, we leaned into our news stories to help better pay off those moments. So here's the news stories. That'll let you know what's going on. Players will move up and down because of those. And you can see here Zach Nash's profile. They have the base ratings here. He's great to elite, great to elite, great to elite, great to elite, good, great, solid, good, and solid, good. This is more like old Maddens, like the old PS2 era where you would look at a scouting profile and it would say good accuracy, great accuracy, you know, whatever. Data available after the combine, and then data available after the pro days. I think that's only if you really select that, because you're supposed to be able to do stuff like that. Round projection 1-2. Talent, they don't know. 50% scouted and a 12 rank change over the season. Let's see what we got here now. By week 11, the Lions are 1-9, and the competition for top quarterback starts to thin out. Zach Nash is the hottest name at the moment, still considered the third best QB in the class. Take a look at that. Since we seem destined for the first overall pick, keyed in on the top left tackle, corner, and Cade Atkins. All right, so they have 100% on all of these, so they know what's up with these three guys. With the focus scouting done, Cade Atkins looks like an incredibly strong candidate to become the next Detroit Lions franchise quarterback, a top-tier arm accuracy to all levels and the ability to make plays under pressure. So they don't give you number ratings here. They do give you letter grades. So he has A, awareness, B, break sack. He's got A, throw, mid, accuracy mid, B, accuracy deep, B, accuracy short. He's got A, stamina, A, throw under pressure. Where's his throw power, though? They don't say throw power, so that's interesting. Throw on the run is a C. Weakest position on the team is DB, or strongest position on the team is DB. Weakest position is tight end. So, round one, 100% scouted, number 2 change over the season. Here's a quarterback, Kevin Ruiz. By week 17, Cade Atkins really separated himself from the rest. The other top quarterback prospect, Kevin Ruiz, wasn't as sharp as expected during this season. Clemson product has good accuracy, a good arm, but was not asked to lead the Clemson offense the same way Cade Atkins did, and it showed through his awareness grade. Awareness is an F with Ruiz. A for break sack, A for stamina, throw accuracy deep, injury. That's always a good thing to have that as an A. Throw accuracy mid, throw under pressure is a B. He has B trucking. That's crazy. -2 rank change, though. Talent's only round 3 to 4, so he's not exactly there. I like that the projection and the talent, it does not give you early first or mid first or late first. It just says he is a first. That's good. That's a change as well. Here's a guy, JT Gilchrist. At the combine, Atkins and Ruiz looked the part, but neither showed unbelievable athleticism with their 4.93 and 4.96 40 times. USC quarterback JT Gilchrist ran a 4.59 40 while impressing scouts with his ability to make throws off platform. There's some injury risk around him, but he's someone to keep an eye out with Ruiz slipping. So you can see a 4.59 right there. His jumping is elite. Acceleration is elite. Strength solid. Throw power is just good. So that's something to look out for there. He is 90% scouted here, and his change is a -1. Being able to view pro day and combine times to compare and contrast was feedback we heard from players. We made sure to keep this aspect of scouting authentic, where you will sometimes see better drill times for a player at pro days compared to this combine. I do like that. That is cool. All right, so we look at Cade Atkins here. The guy who stole a show was 6'2" corner out of Utah, Bradley Cherry, the winner of the Best Cornerback Award, ran 4.34 with a 6.77 cone and solidified himself as a top 10 pick. Cherry managed to one-up himself at his pro day as he ran a 4.340 in front of all 32 NFL teams. For private workouts, we decided to host Cherry, corner Jermaine Armstrong, and late first-round receiver Pat Wiley from LSU. With the 1st and 6th overall pick in the first round, we have a chance to truly double up on elite talents early. Wiley ran a 4.39 at the Combines, well known for his vertical threat and kick return skills. Armstrong's your prototypical long, fast corner with excellent ball skills. However, if Cherry, the best corner in the country, falls to us at 6 overall, it'd be difficult not to take him there. So now they arrived at the NFL draft with the 1st overall pick. They do take Cade Atkins from Ole Miss. His big arm, football IQ, and accuracy are more than worthy of the first-round selection. He is a hidden development. 81 XL, 77 agility, 77 change of direction. He's got 73 speed, 72 strength, and a 93 throw power. So that's pretty cool there. This is just the team needs section, and you can see he's a strong arm guy. Then they take Bradley Cherry. He was still there, so they selected him. He's a 77 overall. Very impressive prospect at 77 overall, though it has a question mark. So I guess they figured that out afterwards, because if you don't 100% scout him, I guess it doesn't come up. I don't know. But he's a hidden development prospect, and look at that. 94, 90, 90, 85 jump. 95 speed is quite impressive for sure, so I'm sure he was a very, very good combine warrior. Some of the players we took note of during the scouting process: Jermaine Armstrong, who was a 75, went to the Patriots at 11. Kevin Ruiz was drafted by the Vikings, came in at 69 overall. Zach Nash fell to the 2nd round as a 72. JT Gilchrist, maybe the steal of the draft, as he was taken by the Broncos at number 20, but turned out to be a 75 overall. His 83 injury may have been the deciding factor in his fall. So there you go. That is their little season of simulation on the scouting. A lot of this scouting stuff does look really cool. That I gotta say. It does look like they have put some time and effort into this. Those that are hating on Twitter, you just want to hate at this point. It is what it is. But here on this channel, you know, we appreciate when people actually put some depth and realism into franchise mode. This is different. It does add elements of the old Maddens, but it does add things that are new. The mock drafts moving up and down, that will definitely add a layer to anybody's franchise mode. So now it is time to talk about our personal franchise mode with the Atlanta Falcons. So we have a little bit of an issue here, FG fam. We got a bit of an issue here. With the Falcons franchise going the way it was, my initial plan at the start of this cycle was to have Falcons franchise go through year number 1, get the scouting update at that time, and then restart the franchise, do the force winning, move on through, have a recruiting special or a scouting special, look at the prospects that we are looking at drafting, and then move into an offseason. Hopefully, I was hoping it would be pretty seamless, or maybe with no longer than a week break, but it looks like we're going to get to the end of the Falcons season number 1 by pretty close to the end of September, maybe beginning of October, and then we're going to have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for this scouting update. So the question becomes this, FG fam. Do you think that I should accelerate the Falcons franchise and maybe turn it more into like a sim rebuild where we add some of your prospects and kind of just move along it really, really quickly and see if we can get them a Super Bowl and then choose a new team when the scouting update drops? Or do you think that we should put the series on hiatus after year number 1 and pick it back up whenever the scouting update happens to drop? Because there's no way that I'm going to continue going on and then restart after year 1. I'm not going to do that in the middle of year 2 or year 3. That's just too much work, because I did intend on making every upgrade and player change that we have had personally on the Falcons going forward. So things like Calvin Ridley, he got his X Factor. I was going to give him X Factor in our new save file with the new scouting update. I was going to make all of those little changes. I'm not going to do that well into the series. So I really want to mess with this scouting update. The other option number C, that I guess you could vote for in the comments section below, would be to run 2 Madden franchises this year. Have the Falcons go and have another one once the scouting update drops with a brand new team. Also, I don't want you to think that we're not uploading Falcons anymore. I will at least make it to the end of episode, or at the end of year 1, and then we will continue with a faster pace if you guys vote to move on to something else once the scouting update drops. We will see the Falcons franchise to the end no matter what, so make sure you look forward to that week 18, Make sure you guys look forward to the next game of the Falcons franchise. We'll be coming to you on Thursday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern. So, sorry no Falcons franchise today, but I really needed to get this feedback from you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Please, I would love to hear your feedback. If you made it to the end of the video, you are going to have a chance to really affect how the channel goes, because I really am going to take your feedback in this question into consideration and put the word scouting in the comment section below as well, so that I know you made it to the end of the video. If you did make it, you're a freaking legend. Don't forget to go into the description for links to the Discord and the Twitch. Come hang out with us outside of just YouTube. And if you want to see some more franchise, click right here to see some more franchise.
I feel you back somehow.